In 2014, 70 soldiers faced an army court-martial and were sentenced to death for mutiny before it was commuted to 10 years imprisonment. However, 3 years after a Council of State pardon, the 70 soldiers are yet to receive their terminal benefits and discharge certificates from the army. In this special report, Arise correspondent Oyeteme George examines the issues and how the ex-soldiers are coping since their unceremonious exit from the army.
From a distance, a lonely canoe and two figures paddle in the Fangbe River in Yenagoa Council area of Bayelsa State. The water is quiet, save for the meaningless chatter of happy children as the weary fishermen approach the shore. I meet Endurance Kulukulu at the waterfront of his community. After toiling all day, all he gets is this dangling fish, struggling for survival. The young man was a private awaiting promotion in the Nigerian Army in 2014 when he and other soldiers faced a court-martial for refusing to fight terrorist organization Boko Haram in a special mission to recapture Dalua and Damboa in Borno State.
Endurance Kulukulu is willing to share his experience with me and, of course, that painful disengagement from the Nigerian Army.
Went to Damboa, Goza, Polka, Atagara, Gava 1, Gava 2, all those places we walk around. We went to Gambudala, Maiduguri, Mariti, close to Shak. We have been dealing with them, not on the equipment that they did not give to us to go and fight. So what we use is only Yilos. What we need before is APC. I'm alive today. I'm even thanking God. We enter in an ambush. We lost about 21 men. 2 by 19 is what we lost that day. So we now say they should give us this weapon to fight those deadly sects. They refuse to give us. So we say, except they give us that thing, we cannot go and commit suicide.
I'm in Ikodo streets in the Ikeja area of Lagos State, where I've come to speak with Daniel Audu, one of the soldiers granted pardon by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration after a Council of State approval.
Nigeria is not being fair to us. I fought for this country in the Northeast there more than a year, and you discover that when we embarked on mission, we lost some competent men that are supposed to be the defender of this country because of inferior weapon. And we are still appealing to the government that without that weapon, this country cannot withstand the challenge that is ongoing. For how long that the military are there fighting in Maiduguri? If we are being given the appropriate weapon, fighting Boko Haram won't take us more than 6 months, because I know the training we had.
Sunday Godwin was a private at the time of the incident. Now a pastor, he lives in a remote part of one of the southwestern states of the country. The army authorities charged a total of 58 soldiers with mutiny and were sentenced to death by a court-martial in December 2014 for demanding weapons when the general officer commanding the 7th Division of the Nigerian Army visited a military camp in the war zone. 12 soldiers were earlier convicted and sentenced to death in September of the same month, raising the number to 70 on death row.
That's in 2014. December 17, were given death penalty by firing squads. We were moved to Kirikiri prison. The death sentence was now commuted to 10 years imprisonment. With the effort of God and the effort of Sanfemi Falana, because he never give up. All through this journey, he never give up. He made sure we get justice.
Listen, if you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead. That's what I did, and that's how.
His narrative paints a picture of survival in the face of what he describes as unmatched weaponry at the battlefront.
If you see the kind of weapon those terrorists are having, in fact, we wish we are the one having this kind of weapon. Within 24 hours, those terrorists will not survive it. RPG have become, some of them, their personal weapon. You see them with MPMG, BNG. You see them with AK-47, with different type of bomb, mortar bombs. Even missiles they use it. They have all kinds of sophisticated weapons. Those Boko Haram, whenever they see us, they will say they should catch us with hand. It's only AK-47 we have. They should catch us with hand. They will be saying, Kamasu, they are another way, should catch us with hand. And if they are coming in numbers, thousands.
In chronological sequence, the soldiers were detained on August 4, 2014. A court-martial started on October 7. They were sentenced to death on 17, 2014. After a year, the death sentence was commuted to 10 years imprisonment in December 2015. However, it is believed the grant of a pardon by the Council of State in 2021 may have been strengthened by the interim report of an arms procurement panel set up earlier by President Muhammadu Buhari to probe the military procurement process by the previous administration. President Buhari alleged that under the previous administration, troops denied weapons to fight Boko Haram and thousands of lives were lost because of rampant voted to buy equipment for the armed forces to fight against the insurgents through the office of the National Security Advisor.
Hi everyone. I don't know what's going on. I think the network, the connection is a bit funny because of the wind. We have heavy wind in California. I don't know. It's been blowing up everything. Well, like, blowing, it's pretty heavy, it's been pretty windy today. So I think that's what is affecting the videos. Let me try again. I'm trying to see if I can fix it so we can bring it on. Hello, everybody. Oh, hey, you know what? I've been thinking about Nelly. Nelly, in case you are hearing me, oh, Nelly Grace. Please check in. Oh, I know you live in LA. Let me know you're okay. I haven't seen you in a little while. So please let me know if you're okay. You crossed my mind today, earlier on in the day. I was like, How am I going to reach Nelly? I don't know how to connect with her, but I'm just going to give you a shout out just in case you're listening, Nelly. I'm giving you a shout out though. I hope everything is good. Your side is cool, you know. It's not easy, whatever is happening. But guys, now wow, here we are again. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you all. Please, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that. I don't forget. Say na YouTube that they run. And they always forget to say, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I always forget. I don't know what the routine is anymore. But however, please, don't forget to like, share, subscribe for your girl. How is everybody doing? For those, my people that are living in LA, my prayers are with you. I'm sending you all the positive vibes. We will get through this together. You know, for those on the ground that are helping, thank you so much. We appreciate you. There's more help that is needed, you know. So hopefully we're going to pull through this together with everybody's support. All hands on deck on this one. Because, I mean, it's been crazy with the winds. It's been really crazy. And, you know, a lot of people are not able to go to work because of the drive, you know. They, kept people. I forgot to ask Mr. Pansat yesterday. Mr. Pansat, in case you're here, I know you live in LA. I hope you were not in any way affected, but I just want to put it out here. Mr. Pansat, in case you can hear me, you know, I hope you're not affected. I'm so sorry. It totally skipped my mind. I should have asked you yesterday, you know, if everything was okay with you and all of that, because you guys are directly in the area where this is happening. So please, to all my family and friends that are living in LA, please be careful. You know, your life is more important. I know it's a very cliche thing to say, and it's difficult to take this or accept this at this time, but they say now who get life, now you get who, Abi. That's what they say. So to any one of you, in case I'm not remembering anybody right now, nobody's coming to my mind right now, please forgive me. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I know people that were directly affected by this, and you know, everybody's trying to do what they can to help as much as they can. You know, the support is needed. I heard that over 100 million has been raised already. So kudos to everyone that has contributed. Please, we're gonna pull through this together as a people. All right, guys, I want to come back and okay, let me try and finish up this video before we move forward. Looks like everything is working now. I hope it doesn't nothing happens again.
We are still here. We couldn't get.
This is not where I gotta take it back to. Aha.
The alleged arms deal somehow doused the controversy generated. Intrigued by Femi Falona's decision to take the case of the 70 soldiers pro bono, I visit the chambers of the Senior Advocate of Nigeria at number 35 Adekunle Fajuyi Way in Ikeja, Lagos State. He gives reasons for taking up the matter.
They didn't join the army to commit suicide, but to fight. If in the process of fighting to defend the country, they lost their lives, that shouldn't be a problem. But not to give them weapons to fight, for us, was a criminal action on the part of the authorities. But the members of the court martial didn't listen to us. They convicted and sentenced them to death. Convinced that they were innocent, we took up their matter with the military authorities. So their sentence were committed to 10 years imprisonment. Later, we kept on the battle for their absolute freedom. President Buhari considered our plea and granted them absolute pardon. That was in 2022.
It's over 2 years since the Council of State granted pardon to the 70 soldiers.
By now, you will have expected the military authorities in line with the terms of the pardon, to have admitted them to the military, restored them. But the military said, Mr. Falana, please, for one reason or the other, we didn't want to encourage this kind of conduct. We wouldn't want to take them back. But can you please persuade them to be paid off? Okay, we discussed with our client and said, why not? Give us our discharge certificates and pay us our terminal benefits so that we can, go back to the society. We have been in that battle for over 2 years. No explanation has been offered. No reason has been adduced for not paying them their terminal benefits. Up to now.
They had served 10 years in jail, but a reintegration into the society as civilians has not been easy, as a non-release of their discharge certificates has proven to be a stumbling block to their economic survival. Rescued by the heavens, a soldier's tale in the line of duty is a story of faith, perseverance, and the enduring power of hope. Its author is one of the 70 soldiers disengaged from the army, but grateful to be alive to tell the story.
Muhammad Buhari, former president, gave us pardon July 2022. Ourselves and other senior officer. The senior officer has collected his entitlement, General Kuti. He has collected his entitlement since then till now. In fact, as we are now, we cannot even secure a better job anywhere. Wherever you go, they request for your discharge certificate. And at this time, we are still here. We couldn't get our benefit. Our children cannot go to school. The other day, one of our colleagues fell sick. We have to start begging money to treat him.
I wanted to join a security company, but when I go there, I told them I am a military personnel. They asked me, where is your discharge certificate? So for that, I couldn't get the job. Since then, no job, no nothing.
In response to human rights lawyer Femi Falana and the 70 soldiers, the director, Army Public Relations, Major General Onyema Nwachukwu, sent a message. Quote, the situation as it presently stands concerning the 70 Nigerian army personnel who were granted presidential pardon after being tried for mutiny and sentenced is that they remain discharged from service and to be paid discharge benefits. There is, however, a lacuna here because the official gazette of their pardon did not publish their service numbers alongside their names, and the concerned personnel have not physically presented themselves to the Department of Personnel Management of the Nigerian Army to fill the necessary forms and to comply with other protocols for their discharge. They need to physically report to the Department of Personnel Management with their identification cards and other relevant service documents to complete the procedure for discharge. End of quote.
Find the lowest priced health plans at healthforcalifornia.com. Get a quote in 30 seconds. Find top carriers like
At the height of the insurgency in Nigeria's northeast, Baga fell when Boko Haram attacked the headquarters of the Joint Task Force in 2015. The army said that officers failed to repel the attack when Brigadier General Eniton Ransom Kuti was commander. However, during his trial, the officer denied all the charges, and his lawyer argued that the Nigerian army failed in its duties to provide the necessary equipment in the war against the terrorists. He was tried, convicted, and jailed for 6 months.
We also got the same pardon for a general whose rank was reduced to a colonel. The military authorities have since restored this rank and paid him his entitlement, terminal benefits. So it is discriminatory that these soldiers have not been given their own entitlements. And that is why they have come again to me to request me to continue to press the authorities to address their own problems.
We are still appealing to our own president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, to help us intervene in this matter and meet with the Nigerian army or invite them on this matter. Let the needful be done to us. If one person has been attended to, let us also be attended to, because the same pardon that carried us. Does it mean that the power vested on the president is not effective? And we are still appealing to the Senate President, the Senate Committee on Army, the NSA. They should please intervene. Minister of Defense, 70 soldiers are dying in silence. They should help us and let our right be given to us. Let us be settled. Chief of Defense Staff and also the new Chief of Army Staff presently, General Olufemi, he should intervene and look into this our matter.
While the 70 soldiers appealed to Aso Villa, General Ransom Kuti had since gone to church for a Thanksgiving service to celebrate what could be described as absolute freedom. The general's Thanksgiving is a subtle reminder of the predicament of the 70 soldiers seeking equal treatment from the Nigerian army. They hope for good news from the army headquarters in a period of harsh economic realities in the country. In the meantime, Nigerian troops have been recording a string of successes in the fight against the terrorist organization in the north, perhaps in sharp contrast with the situation 11 years ago.
In 2014, we had some restrictions in getting equipment from our foreign partners. But now, because of the professionalism of our force, they have no more concerns selling us equipment. So now we have grown in our equipment holding, ranging from aircraft to military platforms. And this has brought about overwhelming military force and pressure on the terrorists. And as you know today, we have over 120,000 terrorist combatants that have surrendered. That is in the Northeast. We presently have surrendering going on in the North Central as well as in the Northwest.
Forgiveness is an attribute of the divine, and that the Council of States demonstrated in 2022. And as I stand at the base of the unknown soldier whose heroic exploits at war is the very essence of the annual Armed Forces celebration and Thanksgiving Day, 70 Nigerians come to mind. Their plea is for the Army to release their terminal benefits and discharge certificates to ease their troubles as they gradually get used to life outside the barracks. Their sufferings should nudge on the conscience of the authorities concerned to do what is right and save their souls, for time is of the essence. From Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital, Ovietime George, Arise News.
Welcome to Kay Hovnanian's Four Seasons at the Ranch, a 55-plus community in Rancho Cordova, California.
Thank you, Ovietime George, for that excellent report. Joining us on the show this morning is Ayodele Olawale and Bankole Taiwo, two ex-soldiers that were part of the pardoned 70 soldiers that were dismissed, as highlighted in that report we just watched. Well, good morning to you both, and welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, Ma. Good morning, sir. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, man. Thank you for joining us. I think Ovietime George has done a good work of presenting two sides of the story. Your side of the story And then we had Major General Nwachukwu saying in that report that they discharged 70 soldiers, pardoned soldiers who mutinied, including your good selves, that you have not gone through discharge procedures. Is that true? Because that's what the response from the military is. Is it a protocol that when you are discharged, you have to go and provide your service numbers and also go through due process before you can even talk about benefits? I would like that to be addressed one after the other, and then again, tell us about your experience. I mean, a soldier is not supposed to go into mutiny, and the story was telling us, the terrorists were better armed. Okay, soldiers are known for their chivalry, not to run away from the enemy. But if you can just give us part of that background to hear directly from you, not necessarily from the documentary. Well, let's start with you, sir.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, I am hearing this for the first time here that our service number has not been provided, that we have not followed the due procedure of proper discharge out of the army. So we are from the battle, from the theater ground to a detention, from the theater ground to a detention, from detention to court martial, from court martial to maximum prison, facing the death sentence, hoping on God, what God will do. Our defendants, this Sanfemi Falana, was outside there pushing all his best before this matter was reversed. The sentence was reversed. The death sentence was reversed to 10 years imprisonment. We were there. We don't have access to go out. We were there. We were given this pardon. So when we are given this pardon, the army is an organization that has their legal department and everything. So our defendants now, Sanfemi Falana, the lawyer, engaged them time after time, and they were using the late 30s. They will tell him this story today. In fact, I'm surprised to hear this. What is it? As I'm talking to you, my service number is this. I can just give it to you. And they have a record. They have the numbers of men that were sentenced, the numbers of men that were court-martialed. So I'm shocked and surprised this morning to be hearing that we have not provided our service number for proper disengagement. So, sir, I don't really understand what that's.
Okay. Well, Mr. Taiwo, thank you also for, coming on to this show. We are having this conversation at a very auspicious time. Tomorrow is Armed Forces Remembrance Day. At the time we're celebrating fallen heroes and we're celebrating, honoring men and women who are served to protect the sovereignty of this country. Now, Mr. Taiwo, what's your own take on this subject about submitting discharge papers and service numbers and what you faced at the war front? We would like to hear from you so that you people have to take to your heels, to run away from the bandits, the insurgents, the terrorists. A soldier is supposed to defend the country at any cost, but they say you people ran away.
It's a lie.
Tell us about it.
Thank you, sir.
People at home would like to know.
My name is Bankole Taiwo, ex-last corporal. Sir, in 2014, September 12, that was when the battle took place. I was deployed in Gubbio. In Maiduguri. Now, our CEO now address us. Our present CEO now, our CEO then is the 82 Div GOC, Colonel H.T. Dada, that is his name. So now he told us that we should go to embark for the fight at Kafia Forest in Gubbio. So now we navigated to Gubbio, to Kafia Forest in Gubbio. They told us that they were going to give us jets that will go ahead of us because we don't know how the place is like. And now when they got there, when the jet came and just came to do Barazana, all of us, our morale was high. Our morale was high to go for that fight. By getting to that theater ground, everywhere were just Boko Haram territory. Now they just enveloped every one of us. So we just seen battle, bombshell. We fought that fight. 12 September 2013. That was when that fight happened, sir. So by coming back, so when we were being enveloped, because no proper arrangement, I was only Kalashnikov with 60 rounds. So at the end, so we cannot be able to repel that attack, but we are inside the battleground. But by the special grace of God, God took us out of that battleground before we came back to the camp. When we get to our camp, sir, that was when they asked us to go back for reinforcement, to go and bring those that have been that are dead. We lost about 60-something soldiers instantly. We lost 60-something soldiers that very day, sir, when we came back to the camp. So that was when most of us were saying that you people deceive us. What you have to provide for us, you did not provide for us. That is where they changed the story to Mutiny, sir.
Okay. But the Dada that you referred to, that will probably be Taiwo Dada, right? Taiwo Dada. Yeah. He's now a brigadier general.
He's not a major general now.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your accounts. And I think it's really brave of you to come on here and really advocate for yourselves. You have made your demands, or at least expressions known. You want your discharge certificate, and you also want an opportunity to continue life after the military.
Yes.
But I want to ask you, because what you described happened about 13 years ago, 2013 or 12 years ago to this day. Have things changed? I ask because here we try to talk about the welfare of our gallant soldiers. We can say all we can or what we will about our soldiers, but we often try to talk about improving the welfare. I know you still keep in touch with some of your colleagues, and this is for both of you. Has it changed? Are you better equipped? Is the treatment better? Are you more confident to face the enemy, with what you have on ground? I think it would be great because we need to move forward and change things. I would like to ask you, and then I'll come to you too, Mr. Bankole.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I really appreciate you for this question. The truth is that things has not changed. Things has not changed. The truth is that, my colleagues in the army, those are still in the system, they will not want, if they are here now, they won't be able to tell you that things has changed. They will just tell you all is well. Because, in the force, there is this pattern that, the reason why we suffered mutiny of the thing was because we speaked out, was because we cried out. There was nothing, all Nigerians know there was nothing like mutiny. We fought, we did the best we could do. We did the best we could do. But simply because we cried out that this wicked and deadly sects that come against us, that terrorize the country, they are more equipped in terms of weapon. When Boko Haram are coming, they are coming all the way from coming to attack us here. All the way from Lekki, they will be shooting. You'll be hearing the sound of NG. You understand? If you want to come and fight me here, you are supposed to come in hiding, ambush me, and unknown to me, then you start attack. You understand? Yes. They will be coming with full confidence. They use drum, drums. Yes. Then there's a diesel inside that drums. Yes. They belt their ammunition on GPMG. Yes. As a result of that diesel, there will be no stoppages. The only thing you will be hearing is that's what you'll be hearing. From Lekki to this place, you'll be hearing their sound. That is to tell you that we are coming. We are not scared. Do you understand? Yes. And they are doing that because they understand that they will never run out of ammunition. They will never run out of ammunition. You can now imagine they are coming to meet us. Me, the highest I have with me, the highest rounds I have with me is 60 rounds, 30 rounds, 2 magazines. So I have to start as a trained person. We are trained personnel. Yes. We have to start making sure that we count our rounds. Each bullet counts. Each bullet performs the work, the what you sent it for. Do you understand? Yes. But at a time, The last operation we went to at Kafia Forest, the time that, like my colleague rightly said, when those people have an upper hand on all, was that when they begin to hear soldiers shouting, "Armor, armor, ammunition," this tell them that, oh, these people are out of ammunition. And before you know, they flank us right, left. And before you know, Boko Haram are by the right, Boko Haram by the left, Boko Haram before us, Boko Haram behind us. You understand? It takes God's grace for us. So for any one of them saying we are turning back, nothing has changed. Like one of my colleagues said, if we have enough weapon, sophisticated weapon, ammunition, we are going for. We already identified these people.
So you are able to.
We are more than able. Nigerian soldiers are more than able to tackle the ongoing.
Thank you very much. I'll begin, Mr. Bankole, before we go. I know our time is fast spent. I want your own perspective. And now, very specifically, what would you want the Nigerian Army to do to improve the lot of your colleagues, or at least ex-colleagues who are still there? Because tomorrow, like Dr. Bati had identified, is Armed Forces Remembrance Day. We don't want to lose more soldiers, especially for negligence or for the fact that you're not equipped enough. So what would you like them to do?
Thank you, ma'am. What I just want the Army to do for the ones that are still in the service today is that let them take good care of them in terms of their welfare, in terms of their environment, their health. Let me just use as an example. They value the senior officers. The senior officers, they value them more than the young officers, and it is the young officers that are performing the job rightly, but they will not take care of go and look the environment in the barrack, very tattered area, dirty area, using no water, nothing, no electricity, like in a Keja cantonment. Things are not even okay there. And let me say, as a security personnel, as a security operative in this country, we're supposed to they're supposed to take good care, because we are the one dying for the nation. We are the one that will be dying for the nation. We are the one that is defending the nation. So what I just want, because as rightly you say that tomorrow, which is the for Armed Forces Remembrance Day, yeah. There are many fallen heroes. Their family are suffering. Never even knew that they have passed through. Military perspective before. So what I would just want them to do is that let them take good care of these soldiers, because I think that I'm no more there anymore now. But by the special grace of God, things will get better.
Yes, well, thank you so much to you both, Mr. Bankole Taiwo and, of course, Mr. Ayodele Olawale. Indeed, statistically speaking, we now have better equipment. We have strong air support and supply. What we see that translate to is better equipping of our servicemen currently. And we're hoping that will trickle down. We'll begin to see the changes that we expect. But thank you very much for your time, and for relaying your experience.
My people, hey, una hear wetin I hear? Did you guys listen? Did you guys hear what these people said? These soldiers, militaries, they are soldiers now. Yeah, these ex-soldiers. Did you go hear what they had to say? Kenny, welcome. Oh, thank you very much. The top generals are millionaires. I'm telling you. It is really sad, though. The situation of Nigeria is worse than we're even talking about here. Your soldiers that are fighting to protect your nation, they are not even protected. Did you hear the narration? Did you hear the stories? 70 of them were sentenced to die for mutiny. Why? Because they spoke up and they said, you guys don't give us enough equipment to use. 60 rounds. Meanwhile, these Boko Haram people are coming with, they are coming with super power, horsepower rounds. That, you know, everything they talk, they describe, ta. They even, when they are coming, they are already announcing they are coming from far away. They are not even afraid. And by the time they get to the soldiers and the soldiers start shouting, ammunition, they know, okay, they've run out of ammunition, then they will surround them. These are the people that are risking their lives. Meanwhile, their generals are raking in a lot of billions. These people are buying houses in Europe, in America. Maybe they showed us a picture of one of the generals' house in America. They showed us one of the generals' houses. How much is spent to take buy that house? Meanwhile, the younger soldiers, the soldiers that are really fighting, they are not even cared for. I'm glad that they are advocating for themselves. So me, I'm beginning to wonder, where were they when we were, they said they were locked up. 70 people, you just sentenced them to go and die because they spoke up and they're trying to advocate for themselves. Quinty, welcome, oh, my sister. This is where Nigeria has gotten. Anyway, now the strategy we want to use to collect the country back. That's what I'm here for. The reason why I brought this video is so that everybody will hear, in case people missed it. In case people missed the interview with these soldiers, because they spoke up. They fired them, they didn't give them their benefits, nothing. For 12 years. I'm wondering how these people have been surviving. Because they don't pay peanuts that they pay them in the first place. So if they don't have supportive families, for instance, if they don't have maybe a partner that is working or has some business or anything, they're on their own. It's sufferation. You saw the soldiers that they showed earlier. They are begging. Hey God, the politicians begging their presidents, T-Pain, to come to their aid. Now what for Nigeria? I no go lie for now. I never see country when be like that before. When it just they deaf to the needs of their people. They no care. They don't care. They are not interested in the lives of their people. They don't care whether the person lives or die. They don't care. Soldiers that are protecting you, that are supposed to get ultimate protection, no. Hey, I beg go. Hey. Wow.
This is not funny. To the untrained eye, it might look like they are singing this song in order to get sympathy from the people that locked them up in the mobile detention center. From sympathy, they might regain their freedom. But that's not what is going on. What is going on is they are pledging their loyalty to a system they support, despite the fact that this system is actually punishing them at the moment. It might not be Tinubu or Sanwo-Olu that directly gave the order for their arrest at the State House of Assembly. It might just be the management of the State House of Assembly that invited the police because of the impeachment of Obasa. They thought some people, maybe his supporters, will come to show solidarity. So police should be aware in order to contain them. But the most important thing is, it is still the same APC that they support. It is still the same hierarchy from wherever they came from, wherever the order came from, that ordered them to be arrested and put in a black maria, like it is called in Nigeria, under the hot sun. They are not even complaining. Of course, some of them said they didn't give them any reason for arresting them and putting them under the hot sun, but they started singing the solidarity song, pledging their loyalty, despite the fact that they are suffering from the same system they are supporting. The question now is, what will the system do to them to force them to draw a line and say, no, this one is a red line, despite the fact that we support you, we support this person, we support that person, we support the same party. You shouldn't do this to us. When will they do that? Now, they said they came to show solidarity to Mudashiru Obasa. They now impeached Lagos State House of Assembly Speaker. Were they even aware that he wasn't on seat at the State House of Assembly that day? He wasn't even in Lagos, not to talk of Nigeria. He is right now in faraway United States in his more than 1 billion naira mansion, enjoying himself and his family. Okay, let's assume that these guys were not aware of all this, or maybe they were aware, but they were mobilized by someone, definitely not Obasa himself. These guys might not even have a direct access to Obasa, maybe through one of his aides. One of his aides mobilized them to come and show solidarity. The State House of Assembly cannot just impeach someone like Obasa without people showing that he has supporters. At least put up an effort. Maybe that will make them to change their mind and stop the impeachment. But all that they did, maybe they transported themselves from the mobilization money to come to the State House of Assembly. They were simply packed into a waiting Black Maria. Are they also aware that Mudashiru Obasa paid $40,000 in property taxes in year 2023 for his more than 1 billion mansion in Atlanta? Yes, that's according to People's Gazette in their investigation. He bought this mansion for about $400 and something thousand in 2019. He renovated it and added extra rooms. It's now a 6-room mansion. It's now worth about $600 and something thousand. Let's not even get into how he made this money in order to be able to afford a 1 billion naira mansion in Atlanta, United States. It's their family affair in Lagos. Corruption surrounding Mudashiru Obasa didn't start today. He has never been investigated. The other time, they made a huge issue about it, but it suddenly died down. This time around, they have impeached him because of fraud, running up to 44 billion naira. But it's still unethical, no matter how he made the money, whether it is legal or illegal. It's still unethical for a public servant to buy property abroad and, of course, pay in cash, and continues to pay property taxes running into several millions of naira. His annual salary alone as a member of the State House of Assembly is not up to 75 million naira every year. And going by statements by some of his colleagues about his impeachment and the 44 billion naira he approved for backup vehicles for all the lawmakers in Lagos State House of Assembly, this amounts to 1 billion naira for each person. There are 40 House members in Lagos State. It doesn't seem as if they received this amount of money. So the question is, what did he do with that humongous amount of money? 44 billion naira. This brings us to the people still singing and pledging loyalty to the system that is punishing them. Are they aware that Mudashiru Obasa is accused of stealing or misappropriating 44 billion naira? 44 billion naira for just one person. Are they aware of the kind of infrastructure 44 billion naira can bring into their constituency, Agege, and environs? Let's even leave infrastructure, since many people are talking about stomach infrastructure. Let's assume the population of his constituency is 1 million people. 44 billion naira shared among 1 million people, that's 44,000 naira each person. That's definitely higher than the amount of money they were paid to mobilize at the State House of Assembly to show solidarity to Mudashiru Obasa. So the point here is, when will Nigerians stop supporting politicians? Supporting politicians, not minding what they are doing, not minding the fact that they are the ones responsible for keeping you in poverty. When will it stop? The support Nigerian politicians receive from Nigerians is a kind of motivation to them. They can even justify stealing the treasury blind, because they will say, let me steal this money, let me corner this one, corner this budget, and go and share the money to my constituents, or even buy palliatives for them. They will rush to my place and pack every palliative and pray for me.
No offense, but if you still think that driving food around is the best way to make money in today's economy, I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, any politician that fails to deliver good governance at any level is not supposed to be rewarded with re-election. If you reward him with re-election, that means you're making your situation worse, because you're not telling him that he didn't deliver good governance to you. You are praising him that he delivered good governance, despite the fact that he stole everyone blind. So this is the reality here. Until Nigerians decide to say, hey, you are not going back, we are giving you the boot. That will make the next person that you elect to sit up and deliver good governance. You can't be doing the same thing the same way and expect to have a different result. No, it never happens. But like the saying goes, you can't save people who don't even know that they are in poverty. You can't leave them out of poverty. They first of all have to accept that they are in poverty and realize that this is why they're in poverty before you can save them. If not, you are wasting your time. Nigerian politicians can't believe their luck. The reason corruption is widespread in public service and governance in Nigeria is because many people settle for less. If you're a commissioner in a state and the government wants to siphon money through your ministry, many commissioners will quickly append their signature without even being paid anything at all, without even a kickback or any part of the deal that the governor wants to siphon. This is despite the fact that they are aware that if the deal busts, if EFCC moves in, that they will do the same jail time as the governor, or even in many cases, the governors will use that money they stole to settle their way out of the problem. And the ordinary commissioner will languish in jail for something he knew nothing about. Even while the person is still in office, a commissioner doesn't have immunity like the governor, like it happened in Kogi State under Yahaya Bello. The EFCC arrested all the people that aided Yahaya Bello in laundering money abroad. They were already facing trial until Yahaya Bello lost his immunity. So many people settle for less. If everyone knew their rights, especially politically exposed persons, they wouldn't settle for less. If a governor wants to launder or steal 50 billion naira, it must be 50-50 because both of you will do the same jail time. That's if you agree to be part of the deal in the first place. If the governor doesn't want to agree, then you resign from office. That's how it's supposed to be. But because no one resigns, you don't want to lose your job, anything you are told, whether it is an illegal order, you know that this is illegal, the governor can't siphon this money, but you append your signature because you don't want to lose your job. You want to be seen as being loyal to the governor. You want to be everything, despite not earning a kobo from the deal. So it doesn't make any sense the way we show loyalty to individuals instead of institutions. All these men, they call themselves youths. They are singing and pledging their loyalty to the system that is punishing them hard under the sun just for showing up at the State House of Assembly. The assembly ground is supposed to be for the people. People can come there in groups and visit, lay their complaints, submit petitions, many things. Once they are not troublesome, they are not breaking the law. No one has the right to arrest them and punish them. But since they revel in supporting injustice because it is not affecting them, they always forget that one day that injustice will knock on their door. He doesn't know anyone's address. He can knock on your door one day and you become a victim. So isn't it better we all work for a country that will work for everyone? No matter the job you do, no matter the salary you earn, it can always take you home at the end of the month. You wouldn't need to be a sycophant to one politician. You wouldn't need to be a praise singer or pledging loyalty to a corrupt system just to survive. Isn't it better that Nigeria works for everyone? Because it's very obvious that it is working for a very few people. That's why Obasa bought a 1 billion naira mansion in the United States. He didn't buy it in Nigeria because he doesn't believe in Nigeria. That's why he went to a country where he believes in. Obviously, his family is living there, yes, including his kids. While you that is singing and pledging loyalty, you probably live in a slum. You can't even afford the school fees of your children. You can't even afford a flight ticket or a visa, not to talk of a mansion in a foreign country. You're probably satisfied with the chicken change they give you to mobilize you to come and protest anywhere they want you. You settle for less, while they settle for the highest, the best of the best. Everyone needs to think about their life choices. This is 2025. Thanks for watching.
I'm sorry, you see me, they talk vehemently. Oh my goodness, pride. If he has come, oh, hey, my sister, welcome, oh, good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Let me share my link. If you're ready to come up, though, if you can't, that's fine. I'm just sharing it, especially just if you want to come in. I'm so sorry, guys. I was yapping away. What I was saying was, for the people that are prepping for election 2027, here is material for you, gold material from the oven, chassis, freshly baked. Most of these things should be playing on a loop. I am hoping that the media people are paying attention. These are the types of things you play on a loop. Let people come and defend this nonsense. Look at the video that I showed earlier with the 70 soldiers that were sentenced to death for so-called mutiny, for speaking up that they did not have enough materials. They sentenced them to death in this administration while their generals are buying multi-billion-dollar houses in Atlanta. Here is picture right here. Here is picture for you right here, so that you don't, since you people want to to campaign for election 2027, you have to be ready. You should be talking about strategy now and planning. Number one on the list is your INEC electoral reforms. You need to be shouting. I said the same thing this morning. I'm repeating it again. Shout from the top of your lungs. Go to every national network news. Shout electoral reforms, judiciary reforms. You have to have it on the top of your list. Because if you don't have that, if those things are not in place, you are wasting your time. Because I've told you people, I'm not going to be part of it. I'm just going to prepare. If those things are not done, I'm not going to be part of it. I will sit and watch you people. I refuse to go through that emotional roller coaster again. I'm giving you people fresh, hot material now. And I hope you are taking notes. Look at Obasa. Obasa that was doing like King Kong. 2023 election. There was nothing this man did not say. He was threatening people up and down, insulting people. Our local. Look at him now. He won't come take Emperor's son place as governor. They not tell him, they not advise him. See the house when one man get with your money, he get for Atlanta. Billions. That's his campaign material right there. For these people that will come and tell you, come and gaslight you again, and tell you he's a man, he knows how to position people. Please let him come and explain how they are positioning the people that are not doing anything for the people. Shebi Obasa has heard it now. He don't receive cane for Bula. He don't receive Bulala. They don't remind them where he come from. You cannot be competing with the Emperor's son. While Lagos prepares for its first Igbo first lady, since una say na Igbo be no problem. Oh, checkmate. You have an Igbo first lady now. You have to suck it up. Are you not going to come and tell Chipe that he should not allow his son? We want to see how that will work out. My sister, welcome. Oh, good to see you. See as your face fresh. Oh, your shoes shine. I not see your shoe, but they shine from here. Oh. Oh,
my sister.
Bones of freshness. We can collect freshness.
My sister.
It's good to see you. I've missed you. If you are not, I've missed you. Thank God for Johnny Messies. Thank God.
Network no gree me join you people.
I know. I understand. That one no man.
I was just laughing. Sometimes network will come in and go out. I will just be behind. I was just laughing. See, let me tell you something. So waiting be your topic tonight, sister. Good evening. You say waiting be your topic. A new Nigeria. Not this Nigeria I just came back from.
Tell us. Please tell us.
Not the same this Nigeria where I just come back from 2 days ago. A new Nigeria is not possible. This is just you're talking to yourself just to console yourself. No, nothing like new Nigeria. Nigeria is getting worse every day. And of course, everybody, it's just like everybody has, they've all adjusted to what is going on in the country. And nobody is doing anything. It's okay. If you ask them, they will tell you, what do you want us to do? And what do you want them to do, to be honest? There is nothing. So anybody hoping for new Nigeria, good luck with that. As for this country I just came back from, 2 years ago when I went, it was better. Now, there is no hope for that country. I don't know. I don't know how that is possible, but there is no hope, to be honest with you. Things are getting harder and harder and harder. People are suffering and suffering and suffering. You look at somebody, you would think they are sick. They are sick financially. They don't have money to go to hospital. People don't even have food to eat. People don't have food to eat. I gave one of my cousins I haven't seen 50,000 naira. They cried. This woman cried. Brought me to tears. My brother added 20,000 naira. She used to live in Abuja with her husband. From Abuja to Lagos. From Lagos finally to our village. She has 4 children, 3 boys and 1 girl. She said the first son, because they cannot afford school fees, is going to learn how to do solar installation. The girls, people are chipping in to raise them to go to school. I said, what do you want to do? She said, even if food stuff for village, for Newi, my town. It's not only her. This is the cry of almost everybody that I met, even the rich among them. Everybody's crying. The corruption is obvious. They're not even hiding it. The question always, what do you want us to do? There is nothing. They can't do anything. This electricity they're talking about, 4 days, they put prepaid, 20,000 naira. VM, how many people can afford that? 4,000 naira, 20,000 naira for prepaid for 4 days. Pium. Meanwhile, there is no even light safe. They're buying generator, what is it called? Fuel overnight. So where is the hope? Is it the hope that power minister said that he's going to spend 8 billion naira to train people to read or something to do with their bills? Seriously? So where would you even start? When your energy minister said that he doesn't know what else to do, that the terrorists, they have taken over the national grid. Look at what somebody is talking about in a country of 200 million people. And nobody said anything. We are talking about it on social media. So terrorists, they have taken over our country called Nigeria. There is no hope. There is no hope. And they have learned to adjust that this is the way forward. Nothing is moving in that country. Nothing. You hold money like this, they carry money, bring $1,000. They will bring it to you by 1.6 million. You be like, waiting be this. Before I say Jack Robinson, the money don't finish. You are looking to see if did anybody steal your money? No. The money is worthless and useless. Can't use it to buy anything. People are hungry. People are suffering. The rich are these politicians you're talking about. You are saying something about 2027. Who told you there will be election in 2020? There will be no election. Everything has been strategized and they're waiting for 2027 to come and go. Where your INEC is telling you that how many billion was allocated and it's not enough for them to conduct the election. So what does that tell you? Where would you even start? Where would you even start? I can't tell you one thing that I can tell you that this is, anyway, they are trying, Sha. Even roads. We drove from Lagos to my village. In fact, let me make you laugh. In fact, do you know all these police people that start by the roadside? My brother said, if you need change now, you ask them. Give me change. If you give them 1,000, say, okay, give me 500 baht. They give you 500.
No.
My brother said, wait, now you go see him. For Nigeria.
Wow.
They're not like them. They give you money, you give them change.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same country you're talking about, a new Nigeria? How? Where would you even start? I don't know. Where would you start to say that a new Nigeria is possible? In this administration, it's not possible. Yay. My sister, there is no hope. Anybody hoping for anything good out of that country is delusional.
So what you are saying is that, so what you they tell us, we just shut the vote, and we will not talk again now.
But the
That
one
was
she
your
talked,
thing.
what? Tell me
We
what
shouldn't
happened.
do anything anymore.
The one she talked, what has happened?
No, so should we fold our hand? Me, they ask now. Should we fold our hand and just
The
keep
people
quiet
we
and
are
not talk?
talking, the people we are here defending and trying to help, they're not doing anything.
It doesn't mean we too, we should not do anything.
Do what you can do now. Let's see. I've given up, to be honest with you. You're breaking up.
Oh, really?
You're breaking up. Mm-hmm.
How about now?
You're better now.
Okay, so I'm going to stay there. Okay, so I mean, so should we now fold our hands? If the people, from what you are saying now, it's like bleak. The situation is, there's no glimmer, there's no hope anywhere. So those of us now that in the diaspora that come from that country, should we now fold our hand and do nothing?
Let me tell you, if you're breaking up
again,
is in and out.
Okay, let me get out of here and use my other. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Okay. So those of us in the diaspora, so that means we should give up now. We should not talk again.
I don't think we even have solution to this, because it's just like every morning you wake up, instead of getting better, it's like we are going inside the hole, deeper and deeper.
So should we just put our hand and just enter the hole?
People have normalized suffering. It's like a day-to-day, annual, day-to-day order of living for them. I don't have no solution, to be honest with you. After seeing what I saw when I went home, I've given up. I've given up. The people you are fighting for, as I hate to use the word to these politicians. I mean, how can somebody is oppressing you with your money and you're still signing the person? Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you, sir. And they give you a little out of it.
Because from what you are saying now, that means no hope now. Everybody, when we carry our car, so that means that the diaspora too, make everybody keep quiet, make we just they look as the thing they go deeper and deeper inside the hole.
Queen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am one of those people that want to go back home. But after coming back, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know if we can get Nigeria back. I don't know. Honestly speaking, I don't know. I had fun. Because, I went with my money. Okay, I had fun. But the fun I had is just like you keep giving and giving. I came back literally empty-handed. The only thing that remains small is to ask people to send me money back when I was in Nigeria. The only small it remains. It's never enough. And you can see them. And as
So-
immediately I came back here, since yesterday, my phone has been ringing. I heard you left. I heard you left. You didn't tell me. You didn't give me anything. So anybody saying that a new Nigeria is possible, okay, but not in 2027, because there will be no election. They are trying to make Nigeria to be one-party system, and that is what is going to happen. Tell me what developments we have had, even since this government took over. Tell me what has changed. Nothing has changed. Instead, it has gotten worse. Tell me what has changed since Tinubu took over power. Omo, tell me what changed.
I know, see, you know, say I keep quiet. I not get answer now.
Yeah, tell me,
I
Queen.
don't get answer.
What
Nothing
changed?
changed. It has worsened. It has worsened. But my thing is, should not, okay, knowing the dire straits that Nigeria is in, like it's deep, it's sinking, it has sunk. Matter of fact, it's just sinking deeper and deeper. Do we now keep quiet and allow it to just sink and just not talk about Nigeria anymore? Because to me, I don't know. I know it's the situation you are describing, and you are not the first, by the way. Nobody, you don't come back, don't tell me this kind of thing. Trust me, I've heard the same rhetoric from a lot of people that have gone home and have come back. But my question to us now, as Nigerians here in the diaspora, should we now keep quiet and not do anything? Now, that one me they ask. I mean, we should not talk about it again, because whether we like them or not, the country now when we quiet, now the thing will even fast for them to do. Because remember, there's Islamization on the horizon, right? They are going to take it small by small. They're already in the West trying to fight their way to make sure they get it established there. Okay, now they made an Igbo man an imam in the Abuja church. There's a plan, there's a strategy to that effect. Okay, now they made what did they call her? Asari Dokubo in the Delta. They made him a king, but he's an Alaji. You see that the plot is plotting. So my question now is to Nigerians in the diaspora that care, because some of us don't care, they are not interested. What do we, so make we not talk again, make we keep quiet about Nigeria, because the small talk when they talk, now they even move tiny invisible needle. But now with the whole thing, because the reason why I have this title is, the title I had yesterday that I've been having consistently is A New Nigeria is Possible, but How? That has been my title. Okay. Now, today I now figured, let me project the positivity of it and use my words powerfully. Let me just leave it as a new Nigeria is possible. Because yesterday, here's what happened. Mr. Pansat was here yesterday. Sid was here yesterday. And they were both on the side of election 2027. I have said multiple times here that I don't see an election in 2027. I have said it. And if anybody is pushing for an election and there happens to be an election, I will make my platform available. But I ain't going to be part of it, especially if the electoral laws are the same way. And this man now, they are going to remove Mahmoud. That one is sure banker. They will remove Mahmoud and put somebody who is more loyal than Mahmoud. Okay, that one is coming up. They are prepping for it. Then the judiciary is already secure. They've bought the judiciary from the highest justice to the lowest of the low. Okay, so now I'm saying, with that in mind, how can you in good conscience move forward with an election? But they say, okay, we can work. I said, well, we can work at true God. If that's what people want, you guys need to be shouting now. You guys need to be moving and trying to do what you need to do to put the electoral laws in, to do something. I don't know what they are going to do, but shall do something, because it cannot remain the same and you now come and be telling people come and vote. It's not going to work. Nobody, they born free picking when they die through way. You understand? So that is the reason. That's what has continuously prompted this conversation. I'm hearing what you are saying, but I'm like, it is our country. Should we now, we could just hold hand, wash hand, come on, they look? Because I know that the country, it's almost like there's nothing that can be salvaged. The interview of Dele Farutimi, the woman that was interviewing him, when on a BBC staff or whatever, they asked him, said, the situation you paint is very bleak, but you seem to be hopeful because a lot of people, because of the voices of a lot of Nigerians, they allowed you to, you came out early from prison, right? Yes. So Dele Farutimi assumed, had already crossed his mind, he was going to remain in jail till February. That's what he said. He said because of the way you listen to it, right? So, but because of the voices of the people. So this is where I'm hanging my own on. Like, make we now fold hand now, say, okay, this thing don't bad, you don't enter whole, Nigeria is gone, let's forget it. Because whether we like them or not only one country we still get. Me, I'm not there on the side of voting. I have given up on that because I don't see any way out of that new Nigeria. Do you understand? But we cannot, my own is we can't be silent. We cannot be quiet. I know that, you're coming fresh from Nigeria and I get it because you're not the only one that has said this. A lot of people, even my own sister went and she came back to somewhere. All I see is despair on the faces of people. Hope that she has never seen Nigeria like that. Hopelessness written all over people's faces. Like there's no hope. That in fact, there's a lot of mental health issues because people are literally walking directly into the road without even thinking because their mind is gone. They're thinking about how they're going to feed their families and all of that. So they are not even worried. They are not even concerned about the major political issues. It is the small issues that is overwhelming them. So this is where I'm standing on. Like, okay, fine. That's the situation in Nigeria. As Nigerians whose umbilical cord was buried there, who one way or the other, even if your umbilical cord was not buried there, somehow you feel connected to that soil. We have to come up with some form of solution. I don't know what it is. I'm just talking. But giving up is not an option for me personally. That's all I say. Giving up is not an option. We would have failed if we give up. Because what we inherited from, at least they leave us villages to inherit. They try. After the slave trade, God knows how many wars have been fought, right? For us to get to where we are. To now say, okay, the country is so bad, let's just, I don't think that's an option. That's all I'm saying.
So what they are doing more back home is prayer. That's what they are doing more. They are praying. In every street, you will have more than two, not only 10 churches anymore, it's 20 churches. Like I was telling my brother, we are having a conversation, and I said, if this country is representative of what Christianity is all about, I don't want to be part of it. I said, I don't want to be part of it. I haven't been to church in 6-7 years. I've said it to you over and over again. I said, I don't have no business going to church anymore. I said, the wickedness I see in this country, everybody wants to get rich by all means. The greed. That's why sometimes I don't blame the leaders, the politicians. When you're talking about revolution of mind, we need to start from us. The people are more wicked than even the politicians. You are ready to buy somebody and use it to do something just because you want to.
By the way, did you see the video of that man that bite his girlfriend and saying he was trying to break up with her?
And he's a Christian.
He's a gospel singer.
Yeah, I don't want to make it a religious issue, but that is what is going on. All these young people, they will say in my language, they're doing OPP, hanapi, meaning that, Yahoo. It's now, they're not even hiding it. You ask somebody, he's a Yahoo, onapi, hopipi. And I'm like, what does that mean? They say Yahoo. Everybody's doing anything possible just to have money, just to make money. Nobody, there is nothing like conscience. You can pick, count like few people that are honest in that country. If somebody tell you good morning, look at the person twice. No exception. I'm telling you, everybody, they're looking for a way to rip you off. That's my country. You're asking, does it mean that, we need to stop talking? Until we are ready. If we are not ready to rise up against these oppressors, sister, nothing is going to happen. Remember when they increased the price of fuel? We thought people going to march. Did anybody march? They have adjusted. It's nothing to them anymore. We thought, the Lagos highway would be just as free. No, they have adjusted. Put it 2,000 naira, they will adjust. There is nothing you can tell me. I don't know what it is, but there is no hope. The little hope, I don't think there is anything like little hope anymore. The people that are supposed to speak are not speaking. Where are your religious leaders? Instead, somebody already said, Adeboye said 100 days fasting. Why should I fast for 100 days? Even fast more than Christ. Why? 100 days to do what? I'm not going to pray for Nigeria. I will never do that. Why should I? On what ground? We don't need prayers. We don't need prayers in Nigeria. We have prayed enough. We need to reset our brains. If people like that are manipulative, telling you 100 days fasting, who am I to speak? Have you seen any religious leaders criticize this government? If yes, how many of them? Imagine if all the religious leaders, both the Islam, both the Christians, rise up and speak. Do you think this country will be the way it is? There will be, some changes, but they're not speaking. Instead, they will tell you, come to church, miracle will happen. How? How? The poor people, they are the ones, honestly, that believe that God come and save us. God is not coming to save you anything in Nigeria. If Nigeria is the true representation of Christianity, I don't want to be part of that country. I don't want to be part of that religion. Christ is not in Nigeria, whether you like it or not. For those of you that will cuss me out, after cussing me out, you go back to your reality. There is no Christ in that country. What I see is greedy people. There is no love. Greedy people. I want to have more than my neighbor. I want to have more than my neighbor. A politician will have 20 cars, fleet of cars, parked in his garage. But I'm so grateful you can only drive one at a time. Yes, you build a mansion. You carry people, pay them 20, 30,000 naira. And they will sell you and do everything for you with their own money. And people are not doing anything. Well, who am I to speak? If Adeboye is telling me to pray, or is telling them to pray, and Onyedepo is busy building his mansion, his temple, or whatever they are calling it, they are competing who is going to build the biggest church in the whole world. If it's in Nigeria, if you tell me Christ is in Qatar, I will say yes. Christ is in Saudi, yes. Christ is in Dubai, yes. But not in Nigeria. You can cuss me out, I don't care, but I'm just telling you the truth. All these people all these atrocities that are being committed in Nigeria, who are the people committing it? Is it not me and you? People like me and you that go to church every Sunday.
I'm not following that they go church every Sunday. Leave me out of fun.
I'm just saying.
I know, I'm just trying to be funny. That's all.
31st. Oh, if you're not going for crossover, I say, what are we crossing? The ones have crossed, what happened? My brother was like,
you've been crossing.
My brother was like, why are you? It's like you came back with a fight. Why are you aggressive? Everything you do. I say, yes, that's how I feel. Crossover. What are we crossing to? The ones that have crossed all these years, what has happened? Stop deceiving yourself. There is nothing like crossover service. In a church where somebody will win, a country wins the election, they will go and give thanksgiving. With the
and give tithes. And give tithes.
Let me break your heart. My sister-in-law is working for this company. That was where I did my youth service. The man is from my town. He built a church in my town for RCCG, Redeemed Christian Church of God. He built a church for them, big church in my village. But guess what? He's owing my sister-in-law them 10 months of salary.
Jesus.
10 months of salary. The people working in my village, I think one man said is owing him 8 months and the wife 6 months, or the wife 6 months, or something like that. My sister-in-law said 10 months. She has to start a business. And nobody's doing anything. And that company is still standing. And people are still going to work. 10 months. And you go to sleep and wake up. You're not worried about the people that are working for you. If that is not wickedness, what do you call that? Where do you even start if there is hope for that?
You built a building. You claim you built a God.
If that is not wickedness, tell me what it is. But you build a church. You go to sleep every night. Your children are grown. This is somebody I know very, very well. My thing is that I told my brother, if I had seen him, I will confront him. I said, if I had seen him, I would have tell him what will come out of this mouth, he will not like it. I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of anybody. Because you people are wicked and heartless. 10 months, you are owing somebody. 10 good months. You're not worried how they're going to feed. They have children, their school fees, their rent, their food, how they are surviving. But you live in your mansion. 10 months. Tell me how you're going to justify this, Omo. Tell me. You have money to build a church, but you don't have money to pay for your workers. And who are we deceiving? We are calling politicians. Let us leave politicians alone. Me and you, ordinary citizens that are on the streets, hustling. We are wicked. When I mean wicked, I've never seen wickedness like I have seen in Nigeria. Wicked. And it's just like order of the day. Nobody cares. They don't care. So, talking about new Nigeria, good luck. Good luck with that. For those hoping that if whatever the INEC chairman leaves, let me tell you something. Even if they said somebody else wins the election for 2027, they're going to go to Supreme Court, and guess what is going to happen? They're going to overturn the election. So there will be no election in 2027. Anybody trying to contest against Tinubu is just pure waste of time. And we will be here. We talked about Buhari, 8 years came and passed. What happened? Nothing. The same thing will happen. In fact, it will even be worse than Buhari this time. Wickedness. Nigerians are wicked. They are wicked. Everybody in that country, no exception. They are wicked and greedy. So if you have the solution, I'm here to listen. But I don't have no hope. I'm tired of talking. I just come here and listen. In as much as I love my country, I'm going because I still have family there. I have my siblings there. That is why I keep going every year or 2 years. But if there is anything gonna change? Nah, nothing is gonna change. Everything you touch with is million. I was in a hotel and I was talking to this lady. I don't know, out of nowhere. She just chatted me up. And she says she's a supervisor to the housekeeping. She's a widow. And I was talking to her, I said, how much do you get paid here? She was laughing. It's a brand new hotel. I think they just been like 2 years in the village. Beautiful hotel. And she said, Auntie, why are you asking? I said, I just want to know. I'm curious. She was laughing. She couldn't tell me. I said, is it up to 80 or 100,000? She just laughed and shook her head. She initially said 80. I later say 100. I don't know which one is true. But I gave her 40,000. I transferred 40,000 to her. This woman held me, like knelt down. And I said to myself, this is $25. Jehovah Jireh. She is the mother of 5 children. 5. And she's a widow. So even if she makes 100,000, I said, well, what will 100,000 do for you? She said, Auntie Fee, we are managing it. What do you want me to do? At least I have something some people don't have. Yeah? And she's not lying. She's not lying. People are suffering. People are suffering. The only thing they know is pray. This is the only prayer. This prayer, hope, is the only thing sustaining most of these people back home. Hope, praying, going to Bible, just hearing the word of God. But a lot of people, they have checked out a long time. They're just there physically. But emotionally, they're no longer there. If you cannot eat 3 times a day, food is a luxury now. Tell me what else. And like I ask you, right from the Buhari time up until today, tell me what has changed. We are here now talking about Buhari and say, hey, Buhari is better than, can you imagine saying that Buhari is better than Tinubu? Tomorrow we'll say the next president, Tinubu is better than the president. Because that's what we've been saying. Every president that comes is worse than the other, the past. My sister, rest my case, I beg.
Make I play one video for now. My sister, you said it all, though. I can't even, there's nothing I can push back on. But the only one me know be say, not to continue to the talk, we don't get choice. When people, when they want hear, make them hear. The ones when they don't want hear, we go leave them, we don't go force them. That's the only thing I owe my country, my home country, Nigeria. I cannot do more than myself. Because it's just it's irritating to even see. Look at your representatives, nothing to write home about. All of them be like, God, make I play this video, make una hear something.
Spending 850 million naira for cleaning and fumigation. 850. Even if you live in a farm, you need this kind of money to, what are you fumigating? I guess snakes or mosquitoes that will consume this amount. Because this is the problem we face about so much.
To use this same platform to explain certain things in order not to give wrong impression of the board. For instance, about issues raised about food, we are not spending 1.1 on food and so on. We need to explain. We
Shomole from representing Edo North. I joined in the amplifying the point made by my disciplined brother that work with 1 billion cannot be miscellaneous. We need to have the details. But I also feel that the guys who are paying this, the source of revenue, they are the sons and daughters of people who are grossly underpaid. So raising revenue for candidates who are seeking admission, whatever, for me is something we need to look at. Should we impose more punishment on people who, because in most cases, they have to fall back on few privileged people, businessmen, and in particular politicians, to say, I can't afford to pay XYZ, can you pay for me? I think that JAMB should be sensitive to the reality of the country as it is today, that you are not supposed to put more burden on the children of the poor who attend universities. So for me, it's not something to celebrate, because it's like deepening the challenges that the poor are already facing. Now, that said, I look at how you spend the money, and I have huge challenges. For example, you go to number 13 and 14 on page 13. I see here local travels and transport orders, 600 million. Then 14 with Esther, local travels and transport training, 6.4 billion. Now, if you add the two, it becomes 7 billion. Which, how can you have two categories of local travel? Is it one within Kaduna, or sorry, within Abuja, and the other one within Nigeria? How is it? So, because what I found from all the agencies is that huge resources are spent on training, and training will ask for the specific content of those training and who benefit from the training, and cross it over the total sum. You find that this cannot be justified. Not at the time when we are borrowing to fund our budget. Then I look at some of the items, they are almost one and the same. You're spending 850 million naira for security. I don't know whether you are entitled to security vote. Cleaning and fumigation, 850. Even if you live in a farm, do you need this kind of money to, what are you fumigating? I guess snakes or mosquitoes that will consume this amount? Because for me, this is the problem we face about throwing so much money on issues that cannot be verified. Just like local government breaking rules, and when you ask them, they say it fell after. And so you cancel it. Then refreshment. Refreshment and meals, 1.1 billion naira. Are you entitled to be fed by government? Are your workers being freely fed? Now, these are huge numbers. When you take them together, you realize that you are spreading forward what you are generating for poor students, some of them orphans. Then we need to be more critical about how you spend. My general impression is that there is a level of luxury spending and things that are neither here or there.
You hear the amount of money they are spending. We can't hear you. You're mute. You're mute. You're on mute, Ify.
What's going to happen? Is this the first time we're hearing this?
No, I just, to back up what you were saying about those people that are building churches and not paying their workers. About how you gave money to that woman and the way she thanked you.
I'm telling you.
You asked her how much she was paid. Only God knows. You'll be surprised. It's one miserly amount. Meanwhile, the owner of that place where she's managing is making millions. But to even pay correctly, you know, a long time ago, I heard in some companies in Nigeria, they pay their workers slave wages, even banks.
Yeah.
Banks, what banks now started doing then, because I had friends working in the bank, said they now started hiring only contract staff, people with HND, so that way they don't have to bear the burden of providing benefits for them and all of that.
Yeah.
So most of the permanent workers they had, they started reducing them and just sticking with only contract staff so that they can pay them a miserable sums of money, amount of salary, right? Miserable salary, slave wages. That's what's happening in the banking sector. And I dare say it's probably all over the sectors in Nigeria. You know how many people they laid off from CBN? They laid off a lot of people from CBN recently. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I just played this video not because it is new, not because we are surprised, but to tell you the level of wickedness. Somebody presented a bill of 850 million to fumigate, my sister. Just to buttress that wickedness you are talking about. I said it here before. We are wicked people. Nigerians are wicked people. The other, you go to the market, you say you won't go buy one tin or 1 cup of rice. The woman don't have that cup of rice. You don't pad the cup. So you are really buying a quarter cup, not a full cup. You want to buy bag of rice, guess what? They go pad the guys until they open the bags now. They go remove some of the rice, right? They go pad something under. I don't know as they say they do. But when you buy, you're still a bag of rice, you're not buying bag of rice, you're actually buying half bag of rice. They are cheating you. Look at the people that are making fake drinks in Nigeria. Are they the politicians?
That's what I'm saying. The citizens
They are not the politicians. You know, just to buttress your point. And it's something that I've been saying here. Like, Nigerians are wicked people innately. How can you make fake drink and be selling to people? The people that are selling drugs to all these kids on the street, are they not Nigerians? That's the problem we have. For me, I mean, I don't have you say silver and gold are buying on, but what I have, I will give to this. My own are to come here and shout. For those of you that are saying, oh, election, let's this one, that one, no problem. That's what you want to do. But I'm just reminding you, there are things that you need to put on the ground. First of all, package, before you even start to talk of election. If those things are not clear, they are not sorted out, please don't go and send people's children to go and die. Because while people will be queuing to vote on election day, they will just announce the result because they've already written the numbers. They've already written down the numbers they're going to use to rig the election come 2027. I don't know how much suffering of this the Nigerians can continue to take. It beats me. This suffering that they are enjoying, that nobody's, it defies human understanding. The Nigerians can just move along and just get along like that. It defies human understanding. Every day we are hearing new things. Now, Lagos is going to be the emperor's property. They will enthrone him in Lagos as the king. Look at all the traditional leaders. It is money that they're using to install them. They are not even the original people that should be sitting on the stool. Why? You see, and we are surprised why Nigeria is upside down. It will be upside down because the truth has been dethroned. What you have now is lies from top to bottom. Your traditional leaders, go and check. Most of them are not the ones that should be sitting on that seat. They've turned people's communities to land of blood. That's what they do. They've messed up the atmosphere of so many communities. The communities cannot thrive. Meanwhile, they have brainwashed the people to believe that they have to fast 100 days, 120 days in order for them to deliver themselves. Oh, please, all the fasting that Nigeria has been fasting since they started to fast, how come it has not improved anything? How come? Why is it that instead of getting better, it keeps getting worse and worse and worse? Please, who are you praying to? What God are you people praying to? You know this thing that you said, that Christ does not live in Lagos. I said it here before. I said God does not exist in Nigeria. Not with everything that's happening. God does not exist. I even said to them, I said, your prayers, they know they pass the ceiling. They don't. Because your evil, your wickedness is too much. I said one time, I said, when I travel to Nigeria, when I live here and I go to Nigeria, the atmosphere in Nigeria is thick with darkness. I said it before. When you come to America, everybody gets your own problem, but it's different. But Nigeria own is like a canopy over that darkness. Why? Because of the evil, the wickedness of the people to themselves. The parents are wicked. Parents are wicked. Have you seen what parents are doing to their children? Sending them off to go and die in the name of making quick money, doing all sorts of things, selling their children at the border for money. That's an act of wickedness. You see what they do to women in Nigeria? Women don't have voice. You know how many women don't die for Nigeria when they know they even talk about at all? And children. You think that those things don't have somewhere they go and rest? You think that, oh, you just do it and that's it, we move on. No. It's sitting in the atmosphere. The land itself is crying out for justice. Until justice is served to everyone that has deserved justice in that country, until the land is cleansed, we go nowhere. I've said it before. My own is, I cannot just keep quiet. Because when I look at the sufferings, it's the people that don't know anything about this thing. Those are the ones that I feel for. People that have children that are really trying to make money the honest way, do things the honest way, but the frustration, the system continues to frustrate them. Everybody is looking for an opportunity to oppress. Your neighbor is looking for an opportunity to oppress you. Do you know who I am? That's what people are quick to throw around. If you have small money, now somebody does you wrong, don't go and pay 500 naira to one policeman to come and harass for you. That's all you need. Exactly. Quinty A. Nigerians are too wicked, especially the ones that call themselves born again. And they fear born again Christians. I'm not going to lie to you. Once I see somebody always quoting scripture, always talking God, those are the people I fear the most. The ones that go to church the most and call God the most, I fear them, because by my own experience, they are the most wicked. The wickedness when they get inside their heart is on another level. Another level. Because I keep asking myself, if you need something to tell you that what you are doing is wrong, then are you really a good person? And then they will not claim all things are passed away. There is now no condemnation to those that are in Christ Jesus. That's what they will quote for you. How can you be wicked to another fellow human being and not expect that you're going to get the karma? I mean, you don't know that the universe has its own set of laws. That even if you don't get justice, if you go to your physical court and you don't get justice, nature is not going to take its course. I don't know. Nigerians, I don't know whether they think deeply or I don't understand though. I don't really know, because I'm beginning to see that Nigerians do not understand spirituality. They don't understand. It feels to me like they're lost people. Like they don't know what direction they should be on. I don't, because it doesn't, there are things you will do to someone and your conscience immediately will condemn you and say, why would you do that? There are levels you get to. There's a levels of maturity you get to. When you do something to someone, your conscience will immediately kick in. Unless you are saying you have killed that conscience, you have numbed it, you are deaf to what your conscience is telling you. Because nothing can explain the wickedness that we are seeing coming out of Nigeria on a daily basis. Look at that young man, a gospel artist. He was even a motivational speaker, telling people you don't have to, all the help you need is you. Eh? There was a video that came out about the man. So please explain to me why the man that calls himself, and I'm assuming he has some knowledge of the Bible, will come out and he carry the knife or whatever he used. He don't feel in conscience, not tell and say, okay, you say you want to break up with the girl. So the result now, may you come off the girl neck. What happened to don't come to my house? Go ahead, my sister.
What is the difference between this guy and their pastors? There is no difference. Honestly speaking, there is no difference between this Adeni, whatever, Ajayi, whatever his name is, and the Nigerian pastors and the man. There is no difference. So that's why I don't even want to dive into that conversation. I heard it. I'm like, may the girls soul rest in peace. But what is the difference between him and your pastors? There is no difference. In fact, your pastors are even worse than him. They are worse than him. Huh? If you tell me if you don't pay your tithe, you will make heaven. What's the difference between you and this person? So what is it that somebody that you will hear in that country that will shock you now? Nothing will shock me again. I wasn't surprised. I just read it and I'm like, oh, okay, we move. So it's not about the church. It's just you as a person. You as a human being. The wickedness I've seen in that country. And that's why you cannot even rise up against your oppressors, because you're more wicked than them.
Exactly.
You're more greedy than them.
Exactly. You're waiting for your time so that you can do worse. You're just waiting in line.
Yeah, of course. It's turn by turn government.
Eh? You're just waiting in line.
You're still appointing appointments after almost going to 2 years. Huh? If they put you there, you'll be worse than the people there. I've never seen the corruption that is happening in that country. I've never seen it anywhere. And again, nobody's doing anything. You're just waiting for your turn. Anybody, I'm waiting, I'm a contractor. What are you contracting?
Exactly.
A contractor is not a job. What do? Everybody's waiting to get a contract from the government. The contract they will never do.
Never. Meanwhile, they are destroying people's businesses that are working hard.
Yeah.
And telling the diasporans to come home and invest.
Nothing
so that you can throw away your money.
Whether you do it or you don't do it, nothing is going to happen. You're not going to go to jail. The only time you go to jail if you don't sort out the right people. When you sort out the right people, nothing is gonna happen. So how is the country gonna move forward? There is no hope. Let us not lie to ourselves. Even though we still remain hopeful, but there is no hope.
Yeah, you said it very well, though. Even though we remain hopeful, there's no hope. It is true. Based on what is going on, because I don't know, the mindset of the people, it's going to take, I don't know how long it's going to take. They are not even thinking at all. They're just doing, everybody's hustling for their daily bread in between being wicked. In between one staff of a woman, market woman somewhere, somebody sent me a video. I deleted the video by mistake. the woman, whether they say he catch the girl was stealing from her or something. Look at how this woman, the owner of the shop, carried out jungle justice on this girl, gave people cane to come and be flogging her. Couldn't even watch that video. I say somebody steals from you. First of all, how much are you paying that girl? You know, Nigeria and slave labor is 5 and 6. You'll be surprised that that madam does not even pay that woman a wage that she can live with. And on top of that, will make life miserable. Because come on, do we want to start talking about the stories of house helps in Nigeria and the suffering they experience in the hands of these same Nigerians? Do we want to talk about that? This woman gathered people, give them, made them flog the girl. I couldn't watch the video. It's hard for me to watch. Honestly, I don't know. On my own, I will continue to talk, Sha, because I don't get choice. The burden is on my heart. I can't push the burden away. I wish I could. So many times, I don't want to talk about Nigeria. I just want to move forward and deal with other things. But I can't. It's not letting me go. So I will continue to come here and shout and remind you people that until you yourselves decide that you're going to treat each other like human beings. I was listening to Fela this morning. I was listening to Beast of No Nation this morning. I was paying attention to the lyrics and I was wowed. I was like, it's like this man is living in the time that we're in right now. He said, where is this? Let me find it. Fela talk, he talk. I don't go lie, the man talk. All the things we they see today, he does the play out. Let me go to. He say, make you hear this one, right? War against indiscipline. Now Nigeria government, they talk. They say, my people are useless. My people are senseless. My people are indisciplined. Now Nigeria government, they talk be that. Nigeria government, they call the people useless, senseless, indisciplined. He say, which kind talk be that? No be na Chris man talk be that, na Chris talk be that, na animal talk be that. You say many leaders, as you see them, na different disguise them they. Animal in human skin, animal put tie. The ones where they wear tie, the ones where you get human skin, the one where they wear agbada and where they wear suit. All of them, animal. He said them call the place United Nations. Say these disguising leaders, now what for them? They hold meeting everywhere. Them reach America. Them reach America. Okay? Them call the place United Nations. Here, another animal talk. Waiting united inside United Nations. Who and who unite for United Nations? Not be there Thatcher and Argentina day, not be there Reagan and Libya day, Israel versus Lebanon, Iran versus Iraq, East-West bloc versus West bloc East, not be there then day, for United Nations. This United Nations, right? One veto is equal to 92 or more. What kind of sense is that? Na animal sense. He said them go hold meeting, them go start yap human beings. Animal talk don't start again. Dash them human rights. Them go hold meeting, them go start to yap human beings. Animal talk don't start again. How animal go no say them no born them as slave? He say, how animal go no say them no born me as slave? How animal go know say slave trade don't pass? And they want dash us human rights. Animal must talk to human beings. Give them human rights. I beg, make you hear me well, right? Human rights now my property. They want dash us human rights. Some people say, why are they talk like this? This is madness. I'm telling you, this guy is almost like he's existing in this time and age that we're living in. All these things that we're talking about right now, this man, you can imagine the amount of burden this guy was carrying. I can only imagine. No social media, nothing. Only him, maybe with a few others, right? That were talking few and far between. They will never allow them to come nationally to come and talk to the people because they are afraid that they will revolutionize the minds of the people. Yeah, I can imagine the burden. That's why he was putting it in his songs. That burden was heavy on him. He could not keep quiet. He still talk, suffering and smiling. Is that not what we are continuing in Nigeria now? Everybody is smiling, suffering and smiling, going to church, fasting for 100 days. Just say you don't want to give the people food. 100 days, you know, people will die from just fasting 100 days. Not everybody that can fast 100 days. Some people are not even supposed to fast. They don't even know how to fast. Some people don't know that they can drink water when they are fasting. You have to hydrate. They're not going to take that one. You go fast every year, you're fasting, but nothing is moving. You never reach time you sit down by yourself, ask yourselves questions like, are we really doing this thing right? Meanwhile, other people are getting up and making things happen without praying. Shouldn't you be asking yourselves questions? Anyway, well, I don't talk the when I feel talk today, finish. Anybody when want hear, make it hear. That man, I go do my part and not give up. Unfortunately, the burden is heavy on my heart. I can't give it up. I wish I could, though, because Nigeria matter, I would like to lie. It's not an easy thing, no. Or it's complicated. As they talk one, another one, they happen. As they talk one, before you even end, you know, notice they just buy people for not again. Recently, they still buy people. We have become desensitized. Nobody they talk about that one again. The northern leaders, instead of them to be galvanizing and planning or finding out ways to even, nothing. Nah, they want to come off the bottle for their mouth. Now they cry about. They're about to lose the money, free money that's been coming to them. Meanwhile, they've had the leadership of that country for God knows how long. Their place supposed to be like Dubai right now. People from the south supposed to be rushed, go there, say, that's our Dubai. No, nothing when they do for their people. Instead, they weaponize poverty, turn all their children to illiterate, including their leaders. All of them be illiterate together. No provide nothing for them. Now they want to form a Majiri school. Oh, Nigeria. So I don't talk the one I feel talk today. My sister, any final thoughts? Let me wrap this baby up.
Is that the solution? Starting our Majiri school. The ones that Jonathan built for them, what happened?
They abandoned. Did they not abuse Jonathan on top of it?
What happened?
They don't appreciate.
I think the thing is that we don't have a future. We don't know where we are heading to. We don't have no direction. There is no way you can lead somebody to somewhere when you don't have a direction or destination of where you're taking the person. So we just wake up every day and you hear one thing and we go by that. How can you say a country of 200 and something millions? We don't have no working refinery. 5 refineries, none is working. None.
You don't hear say they say Dangote, even the oil, they see collect. They import oil from America.
So how do you expect him to make profit? Who's gonna pay for the final consumption? Me and you. Whether we like it or not, we will pay. And the thing is that whatever goes up in Nigeria never comes down.
Never. They are talking, oh, petrol. They say it's going to hit 500. How much you buy petrol when you're in Nigeria?
We will adjust. If they say 2,000 naira a liter, we will adjust.
We are good at adjusting.
And we move on.
Yeah.
So that's why they can never take us serious.
No. Would you take you serious? If every time somebody comes, you keep adjusting for the smallest thing, you don't have any value. You don't value yourself. You don't put a price on yourself. You don't set a limit like, nah, if this person does this, that's it. You don't. Anything they dump on you, you keep taking. You think they're not going to continue dumping on you? It's like a relationship, right? Some of these people in abusive relationships, this is how it is. You are in a relationship, the man keeps, or the woman keeps doing you badly, treating you badly. You keep adjusting. He knock plate for your head one time, you adjust. Next time he knock bottle, he test to you adjust. Another time he carry pot or tota for inside pot, pour am for your body, you adjust. Next time he put pepper for your eye, you adjust. You continue to adjust. So the treatment keeps getting worse and worse and worse, right? Most times those types of scenarios end up in one person unaliving the other. That's where Nigeria is. You keep adjusting to every bad relationship. If you don't set boundaries, if you don't say no, this person does this, that's it. This is something I cannot, I'm not gonna deal with this crap. You keep allowing it. It becomes a norm. You become used to it. And you know the worst part of this thing is that thing is woven into your DNA. Well, that's what Nigerians don't understand. You're going to start having children that will be taking the worst treatment and they'll be okay with it. Because in the moment when you're supposed, as a human being, when somebody is pushing you, and you don't push back, you keep taking it, you now have that thing finds its way into your DNA and weaves it in. It's like a story. So when you now have a child, that child is going to have so much, that person will take the impact of all those traumas, will they hit that child. We can't even talk about that. We never even feel come up for the surface level. Now deep things we want to talk about. Who will understand what I'm saying? Nobody. Nigerians are not. Their head is not there. So as long as they can eat bread in the morning and I get bread and beans, that's what they are hustling for. Look at sachet water. Look at the small thing they are selling now. For how much? And people are rushing and buying it. Look at the old women, they were sharing food too because they were rushing. They flogged them. In Nigeria, food has never been our problem. Never. Every community has farm. What did they pay me pass? We say, I don't even want all this one that people are rushing. Everybody wants to rush and go to Lagos. I beg. Let every other place open up. Let every other places have their own access. So that everybody is not rushing to the Lagos and the Abuja. Because to be honest, those places are not the best in Nigeria if you really want to go by how the country is. Everybody is just squeezing there. Look at how ridiculously expensive Lagos is. That is smelling. There's no security. You get parts when you know feel waka. See drug addicted people up and down the street, homeless people under the bridge. Nothing. They're demolishing people's businesses without even considering how much they've invested. Till today, the owner of Landmark did not pay the man. They did not pay him. Is that the kind of society that you feel like you can thrive in? The best of us is outside. People look at Kemi Badino. Can she be a leader of a party in Nigeria? Will they give a woman a chance to be a leader? Look at her thriving. So many big things, so many marvelous things that Nigerians are doing. Do they have that opportunity in Nigeria? All these things, the reason why we are talking is for the future. This is all a recording so that when the generation comes and they say, so nobody said anything, Perhaps they will bump into some of these recordings and say, oh my God, they were really, really fighting. Because it does not make sense. In a house full of adults, children are suffering. What excuse do you have? What excuse? Your children cannot even see you fighting back, at least so that you can give them a fighting chance at life. Do you know what that does to a child? When they now become something else in future, you now say, oh, this child, I don't know. Oh, hello, you knew because you never fought. Eh? And then you have parents that are suppressing each other in the house. Either the man is suppressing the man, the woman, mostly the women are being suppressed. What kind of children do you think you are raising? Well, my sister, let me call it a day. It's enough for today. Anuta continue. We move. We continue again. As the Spirit leads, I come back tomorrow. We must continue this conversation. My sister, welcome. Oh, welcome. I'm so thank God that
I will catch you.
You went safely and came back safely.
I will catch you.
Okay. All right. Then no wahala. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you for being on the panel with me. Yeah. Tene, thank you very much. Bye-bye. Later. Thank you, Quinty. Thank you so much, guys. Blessed. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys for being here with me. We move. Oh. Let's not give up on Nigeria. That's the only thing I will say because it's the only country we have. My own is let them open up every other part of the country. I have no interest in living in Lagos or Abuja. I don't. I really want to move back home, but Abuja and Lagos is not. It's not on the radar for me. I beg you. There are many things in the inside of Nigeria that is that is sweeter. A lot of people don't understand the honey that is deep inside Nigeria. Let them hold on to their Lagos and Abuja. We'll be visiting them. For those of us that like village life, hello, raise your hand. I don't send anybody, Papa. So we visiting you people in the city when Nigeria gets the sense that it needs to get, you know. But guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Like, share, you know. Let's move this to the permanent site. Quinty, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Nelly, if you are hearing me, Nelly Grace, please, let us know everything is okay with you. You've been on my heart for a while. I just, I don't know how to reach you, but please just, stop by in case you're hearing me and just let me know you're okay, all right? So guys, thank you. And whoever, if you're my subscriber and you live in LA, please let me know how things are where you are. I appreciate it. I'm praying for you and I'm sending you all the positivity that you need. Yeah, however way, we are also helping and donating our money to the funds so that, people can be taken care of. We will come out of this, Californians. We will come out of this strong. Okay? Northern California is rooting for you. All right? So thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful night. Bye.